Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel. In today's video, I am sharing 7 different ways to use word dies. Now, I'm going to be using Waffle Flowers oversized word dies and one other word die today because it is their 7th birthday this month. But you can use any word dies that you have and love for these techniques. I especially love Waffle Flowers oversized word dies because they have such a big impact and can really be the central focus of the card. So let's dive right into 7 different ways to use word dies. For this card, we're going to die cut the word out of the panel and back it with pattern paper. This is an incredibly easy technique that has a really great impact if you use the right pattern paper. So I am going to line up the oversized hope die on an A2 piece of white cardstock. You can see you can do it either vertically or horizontally. I'm going to do it vertically this time, hold it in place with purple tape and run it through my die cut machine and then carefully remove that purple tape. And then I'm going to use Waffle Flowers JJ's Rainbows. Waffle Flowers pattern paper is 8.5 by 5.5. So if you cut it in half, you get 2 A2 panels that you can use. And I love JJ's Rainbows. It is my favorite. The great thing about the oversized word sets is they all have matching stamp sets that have bunches of sub-sentiments that you can stamp along with the word die or the large stamp. I'm going to pop up this panel here with foam tape and lay it right on top of that A2 piece of rainbow pattern paper. And I love how quick and easy it is to just fill in the open spaces of the letters, and it really completes the card. This is so simple, so clean, but I love the look of the rainbow peeking through. For this card, we're going to use coordinating stamps on the front and the word die cut on the inside of the card. So like I mentioned, the oversized word die sets from Waffle Flower have stamps. Now the word die does not cut out the stamped image, but you can use them in combination. So I'm using the Catherine Pooler Date Night inks that I shared the other day on my channel and I love so much to stamp out the word heart from the oversized heart stamp set 3 times in 3 different colors, working from the bottom where you can see the entire word and then moving on up to the very top. I am going to only show part of the word there. And then we're going to double stamp this to make the images really crisp and clean. I have a piece of gold foil cardstock that has iCraft Easy Cut adhesive on the bottom, and I'm going to use that to cut out the word die. I'm going to use the sub-sentiment on the inside of a top folding A2 card base. So I have the top of the card base sticking out. This is the inside of the card base. I'm going to stamp the sub-sentiment in there, and then I'm going to put the word die cut in there as well. So the sub-sentiment says, "Love you from the bottom of my," and then I die cut the heart out of the gold foil, and it's got the iCraft on the back, so I just need to peel off that back protective layer of the thin double-sided adhesive and just lay that gold heart on the inside. And I don't normally do this, but I really like the way this looks. I used the little heart from the stamp set to finish off the front of the card because I felt like that was too much white space at the bottom there. He adhered it down to the card base, that stamped panel, and then when you open it up, you get the gold foiling on the inside, which is just kind of a unique twist on how we normally do cards. For this card, we're going to create a word-shaped shaker. So this stamp and die combo is not actually part of the oversized word series, but it is also designed by JJ Bolton like the rest of the oversized words are, and I really like it. And it's also a big sentiment. So I think it will work perfectly with a shaker card because you have that block lettering that can die cut out. This time I'm using JJ's Rainbows pattern paper, but I'm cutting it the wrong way because I want those stripes to show up behind the shaker, and I want them to be really thin behind the shaker so you see lots of colors. I will save those scraps and I will definitely use them. I am going to use some iCraft Easy Cut adhesive because I'm going to cut out the outline die as well, which is a very thin love outline. So peel off one protective layer of the Easy Cut and then lay the black cardstock down on top of the exposed adhesive while you're rolling back that cover there, the protective cover. And then once you have the cardstock in place, lay the protective cover back. It just makes it easier to cut. Even with nonstick scissors, it's just easier to have that protective layer on top to keep your scissors from getting gummed up. Then put some purple tape on the die, and now I'm going to create my window. So I'm die cut the love block letters out of the white cardstock. I put some tape runner behind it and I adhered it to a piece of acetate, and then the love outline has the iCraft Easy Cut behind it, so I can just lay it inside that window. This way you can really see what it says, because with the block letters it's supposed to go along with the stamping, not necessarily just by itself. Then I'm going to put on the rainbow pattern paper 4 pieces of foam tape, and I'm going to pour some shaker goodies right inside. And then next I'm going to carefully peel off the protective layers. If you do this too aggressively, those little sequins will pop out. So I've learned my lesson to be pretty gentle when I'm peeling off that back protective layer. And then we're going to lay the window with the love die cut right on top, just lining it corner to corner to keep it straight. And then you have this adorable shaker. Now I had forgotten about a sub-sentiment, so I decided to stamp and heat emboss it with white embossing powder on some of that black cardstock with the iCraft Easy Cut adhesive behind it. So I treated it with anti-static, brushed away the excess. Now I am stamping the sub-sentiment with Versamark ink, pouring white embossing powder on top, and then heat setting it until the powder completely melts. It's okay that it's on the iCraft Easy Cut adhesive. It still works just fine. I cut it down to a strip, and there you go. A quick and easy word shaker window. For this card, we're going to stack an entire rainbow of word die cuts. So I die cut the Oversized Hugs word die out of an entire rainbow of cardstock colors, and I'm going to adhere them down together, just offsetting them slightly. You can do this with just 2 colors and create a shadow. I'm going to create the entire rainbow shadow, and I'm definitely using liquid glue for this, so I have time to maneuver things around to get it exactly where I want it. So I like to use Thermweb's Ultra Bond because there is some extra drying time that allows you to really move it around. There are other liquid glues that dry faster, and those are great for certain techniques where you need it to dry faster. But for this one in particular, you definitely need that extra time to be able to shift and move and really get just a hint of the next color showing from the front. And as you get further along, that gets harder and harder to do. But when you end up with this amazing dimensional rainbow hugs, just makes me happy. So I layered some white cardstock over the rainbow pattern paper, and I'm stamping birthday, which is one of the sub-sentiments of the Oversized Hugs stamp set, on top. And then I'm going to use more of the liquid adhesive behind the entire die cut. You notice I set it aside for a while to really let it dry so that it wasn't going to continue to shift as I glued it down to the card. But just check that out. It is like super, super dimensional. This would definitely be one that I would either hand deliver or put inside a package, not necessarily just send in an envelope. I don't know how that would survive or not, but I love the look of it. Just check out the actual dimension on the side and how you can see all the colors. For this card, we're going to use watercolor paper and paint it with Distress Oxide refills. This time I'm using the Oversized Piece word die. I die cut it out of white watercolor paper, and now I'm going to dab on some Distress Oxide refills. All you need is a tiny little drop from those refill bottles. That's why I love using them as paint. Also because most of them are some of my favorite colors. And just look at how pretty they show up on the watercolor paper. So I am using tumbled glass, cracked pistachio, and just a little bit of chipped sapphire just to add a little bit of definition to these letters so they're not kind of just floating amorphously on a white background there. But I really love the look of this. Now you could watercolor a panel and then cut it out with the word die as well. This way you definitely get all your colors on one die cut. So that's why I like to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to use some of that Distress Oxide chipped sapphire in the ink pad to stamp the sub-sentiment, which says thinking of you and wishing you, and then we'll put the piece underneath. And I like that chipped sapphire is just a tiny bit on the die cut, and then it's on the stamped image as well. And then I'm backing this panel with some navy cardstock that kind of accents the chipped sapphire. I am just going to use some liquid glue behind the piece, but do be careful. I got some of the Distress Oxide ink on the back, and if you mix the adhesive with that, it will reactivate it and you'll get a mess. Trust me, I did it the first time and I had to get rid of it because it was just a disaster. So I am just using the tip of my scissors to kind of press down and make sure everything adheres, but I love that watercolor look. For this card, we're going to paper piece with pattern paper. This time I'm using the Oversized Thank You word die and the half dots Caprice. So I've die cut the thank you out of white cardstock and pink with dots and blue with dots from the pattern paper pad. And I'm going to use the white as the base, and then I'm going to paper piece on top. But first I do want to stamp the sub-sentiment for thinking of me in black ink, and I do double stamp. That's why I'm always stamping in my MISTI. I'm going to use tape runner behind the thank you. It's just thick enough, and I'm working on my mini medium mat so that any adhesive that's on there on the side, it doesn't matter, it will just rub right off. And I just make sure that nothing's kind of sticking up from the front, and then lay this down on the white background. That looks kind of cool as it is, but you really can't see it that well. So it's time to use some little mini snips. I am loving these Tim Holtz little scissors right now. They're really easy to use and they're comfortable as well. And you can get into tiny areas, and they're nonstick, and they're super sharp. So I'm just going to go around the curve here of the letter from thank you to snip off the U. And I'm just going to use the thank at this part. So I am using some liquid adhesive behind the thank, just a little bit here and there on those thin letters, because I didn't want any of the tape runner showing through this time. And I'm just going to lay it right on top, also using liquid adhesive this time, so I have time to maneuver that to make sure it is perfectly lined up on the layer below and there's nothing sticking out. I'm going to use those little mini snips to cut off the U from the blue pattern paper and do the same exact thing. Little bit of liquid adhesive behind it, giving me plenty of dry time to maneuver it around on the white cardstock U underneath. And that is how you paper piece word dies. I really like this look. I thought it was super cute and something just a little bit different. I'm going to use the papers that I cut. I'm going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to use the bottoms, and I'm going to glue the blue on the top of an A2 white panel and the pink on the bottom. And the reason I'm using the bottoms of each is because I'll be able to use the sides. You'll see when I started adhering it down, there's more room with this part of the pattern paper. So I'm just putting a little tape runner there, and then I'm adhering the thank you panel that we paper pieced on top. And so now you have the pink and blue on the top and then the blue and pink on the bottom. For this card, we're going to use foiling with the word die cut. I am using Thermoweb's Deco Foil Foam Adhesive, which is a double-sided adhesive foam. So I peel off one protective layer and I'm going to lay cardstock on it. The reason I do this is to give it a little bit of sturdiness. Then I'm going to peel off the front protective layer. And then once I do that, I'm ready to put my foil down. Now I am using Deco Foil. It's a rainbow foil sheet, and I'm going to lay this down as straight as I can. I don't want any of those wrinkles or bubbles. And when I get those, I'm going to peel it up and then straighten it out. And once it's totally straight and pressed down, then I'm going to cut out the word die out of this. So I just put the love you word die right on top and then die cut it out, and check out all that shine, and you get the rainbow too. So I really love this. I am going to stamp To the Moon and Back, which is a sub-sentiment of the Oversized Love You combo, on some A2 white cardstock, and then I'm going to use tape runner on the back of that Love You foiled die cut. Remember, we had put cardstock on the back, so there was no longer adhesive from the foam. We had to put some extra adhesive on top. But just check out all that shine. All of that got cut down to 4 by 5 1/4 so I could layer it on some black cardstock, and I think that totally completes the look for a rainbow foiled word die cut. I love finding lots of creative ways to use basic supplies. If you do too, I have an entire playlist of videos like that linked over here. If you want to see more card making techniques using basic supplies, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I have a new video available. As always, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.